I'm 18 and I've spent over 100 hours finding a way to make the painful work of online business easy, straightforward, and enjoyable. And it has changed my life because now I can do the fun things in life, like watch movies, play sports, and live a guilt-free life while actually believing that I can go far in online business and actually enjoy the entire process. And so if you give this video your undivided attention and stay focused till the very end, I guarantee that you'll be able to copy what I've done. So I'm going to give you my 3-step protocol to gain ultimate clarity in your business and lifestyle by taking action. My name is Mohammed Yar and I am going to change your life. I remember when I used to watch self-help videos on non-stop, and I used to consume so much of this content like Hamza, Andrew Tate, and Iman Gadzhi. So many of these gurus, right? Asian gurus. I don't even remember, like just so many random people. This AI bots talking about self-improvement. I just used to keep binge watching all of these. And although I felt good when I watched them, nothing in my life actually changed. I felt like I was stuck. Like I was trapped somewhere in a cage and I couldn't move. I felt desperate. Like I could not improve myself. And there was this one time where I was reading a book for 30 minutes, right? A self-help book. And right as I finished, the entire time I had this thought on my mind that, I need to play that new video game called Valorant. And right as I finished reading the book, I just went to the video game and I started playing like a madman. I already saw this future, right? I could see my future in front of me. This horrible destiny that I had where I was always addicted to things, never being inhibited from any of them. Always being stuck in my stinky bed and just scrolling on reels or playing video games, just being addicted to them, playing them every day, not being able to stop myself. I felt like I couldn't move, like I couldn't just level up. I'd always stay stuck at level 2. And this is going to be you. Because if you do not change anything in your life, if you do not actually try to take action to get out of this laziness, this situation that you're in, you're going to want to just die. You're going to be desperate. You're going to be depressed. You don't want that, man. But it's okay because I changed. I learned how to take action and it became like butter, right? It became as smooth as butter to take action for me. And you can do it as well. You can get out of your rut. You can get that clarity that you're looking for. And so step number 1 is thinking does not bring clarity. Action does. Your entire life, you've been thinking, right? Since the dawn of human time, you've always been thinking about different things. Okay. So that kid just teased me. How do I get back at him? What should I do? You've always been thinking these things, but what was the end result? Nothing changed. What you need to understand is that your thinking in your current brain has brought to you this situation. Your current thinking has made you stuck. And so thinking couldn't possibly be the only answer. No, because everyone labels these great people like Einstein and Maxwell and Newton. All of these people are labeled as great thinkers. But what they're not labeled as is great actors because they acted thousands and thousands of times. And so it becomes much more easier to understand that action almost 100% overweighs thinking. Right? Your brain is not always on your side, but for the people above you, it is on their side. Understand that raw action solves every single thing. Because when you do raw action, even though it's not related directly to business, so for example, if you don't know exactly what to do, what's the next step in business? If you just do something, just raw action, do like 10 push-ups. What's basically happening is your brain is inputting data. And when it inputs data, it has something to, analyze. And the brain has data, it can actually come up with a good solution instead of just imagining things. And right, so the fastest way to reach your money goals or health goals or productivity goals is through raw action. Because essentially what success is, and this is very, very important. So listen carefully. What most people think is that success is linear, right? It's just going to keep moving in a line. But the truth is that success is exponential. You're going to make a lot of mistakes, and then suddenly it's going to shoot up, right? And so therefore, what we are basically trying to understand is that success is not linear, but exponential. Meaning that the more number of mistakes that you make along the way, the faster you're going to reach your dream outcome. And if you just, let's just say, if you listen to every single person, right? If you didn't take anything from this video, so just listen to every single person out there and you never took action, what ends up happening is that it's nothing but noise. All you've ever heard is just noise. It's not advice, it's noise. It's better, in my opinion. I personally believe that it's better to watch a single YouTuber, unsubscribe to every single other YouTuber and just watch a single YouTuber and take bunch of action and they make a lot of mistakes than watch tens of YouTubers and never taking action. And so everyone says that you have this problem and this is how you fix it. You have this problem and this is how you fix it. But usually the problem is them. Usually it's not that it's not that your problem is going to be solved by listening to them. It's more that when you're listening to them, that's creating the problem. It's too much information, but no action. All of that is just dopamine noise, including me. If you don't take action from this video, then it's just going to be dopamine noise. It's just noise in the air. Not everyone's advice works, right? I've been there. Like, I've been in your exact situation. You want to be in my situation right now, where I am right now. You want to stop taking advice from every person you see on the internet. Because if their advice worked for you, you'd already be taking action. You'd already have the results. But that's not true, is it? Right? You don't have the results. Ignore them. Listen to me. And so, step number 1, right, is to place yourself in pain. So the best way to force yourself to take action is to be in a painful situation. Now, what do I mean by saying that you need to be in a painful situation? Well, basically, before I get into that, I want to tell you a story, right? Basically a logical story. Whenever a person is in some form of pain, whether it be physically, financial, mental pain, the brain starts thinking of it as danger because it associates pain with danger. Like, oh shit, okay, something is gonna happen, I'm gonna die. If you just get hurt, the brain is like, I'm gonna die. That's why it sends signals and everything. And so by instinct, we all try to survive. And that survival, this instinct of survival leads us to take action, just raw action, boom, boom, boom. And so physical pain could be something like going to the gym. Financial pain could be debt or taxes. Mental pain could be reliving your trauma and invoking emotions from it. You need to put yourself in a situation where you are so pained that you start taking action almost immediately, like on autopilot. And so basically, just try to understand this, right? The only difference between you and those ahead of you, 5 to 10 steps ahead of you, is that they go through painful situations on a daily basis. They go through much more pain every day than you. And basically what I'm trying to say is that if you, starting from today, if you just did something hard that you don't want to do every single day, if you just live outside of your comfort zone, then you're going to level up. You're going to improve. You're going to have clarity as to what to do. Because the truth is that comfort is danger. The comfort zone is a danger zone. If you stay in the danger zone, you're going to die. So you need to move out. You need to constantly keep moving out. Moving on to step number 3 is that you need to start storing your solutions. Right? Because watching another Andrew Tate podcast where he's ranting about government problems is not going to actually solve your problems. At the end of the day, the only person who truly, truly cares about you, the only person who's willing to sacrifice, the only person who's willing to solve all of your problems, all of your difficulties is you. Because no one gives a shit about you. It's the truth. No one is coming to save you. Only you can save yourself. And so at the end of the day, only you can solve your own problems. Once you start putting yourself in painful situations, there's going to be a lot of times where you're going to be stuck, right? And when you're stuck in here, then sometimes it's inevitable because you might get out of the situation in 1 hour or you might get out in 1 month. And all of that just depends on how fast you make a decision, because we keep delaying decisions, right? When you keep thinking, right, that, oh, I was going to work after lunch, but you always just get stuck on that maybe. You're never just coming to a decision. You're never like, I'm just not going to work or I am going to work. It's not binary. It's always just maybe. That's why you're delaying the decision. That's why it's taking you months and months and decades to solve your problems, because you're not making decisions instantly. But once you do that, once you start making decisions and once you actually solve the problem, it doesn't matter how long it took. Start storing them in a document, right? You can label the document like something like the problem solution document, where you can just list any of your problems and then below the problem, you can just put the solution. So for example, for me, I used to have a very bad day because I wasn't very focused. I wasn't very focused on what were the activities I did right after waking up, right? I was just not focused on optimizing my morning routine. And so once I did that, I noted the problem. Okay, morning routine mindset fucked. And the solution I wrote was wake up, get sunlight, drink water, take a walk, do 30 push-ups and start walking. I got a solution. It's literally that simple. Once you start storing these solutions, it's basically gonna be like a whole bank where you can just come to whenever you have a problem. Whenever you get stuck again, you can literally just go back to this Word document or Notion doc, whatever, and you can literally just see, okay, have I faced this problem before? Oh, I have. Okay, this is the solution. Nice, let's implement it. Easy. You're out of the problem. And can you guess what's going to happen? You see, when you make mistakes, like I said, making mistakes is necessary in the previous points. When you make mistakes and you analyze, and analyze comes under making this doc, storing problems, etc. Mistakes plus analysis equals to success. So eventually you are going to reach that dream state, that dream physique, that dream, work output, work ethic, anything. It's literally that simple. And step number 4 is to bring actions to the realm of mortals. Now, what do I mean by this? Right? See, the thing is, whenever you think of making a decision or whenever you think of taking action on a particular thing, it's in the mental realm, right? What's basically happening? It's all in the air. As long as it's a thought, it's literally just inside of your head. But once you write it down, you're transferring something from the mental realm to the physical realm. Now you can see this thought. Now you can feel this thought. If you create something, let's say you thought of a ball. If you created a ball, you can now feel the ball. It went from the mental realm to the physical realm. There's a saying that I go by through my life, right? I go through this saying every single day. and is that whatever is written is retained. Let me repeat that. What is written is retained. Whatever you write, it's going to be stored. It's going to be fixated in your memory. And so all that is truly left is to take action, because you can't forget it, right? The brain is a problem solving machine. It's not a memory bank. It's not Google Cloud. It's literally just a problem solving machine. And so you're not supposed to memorize shit. You're supposed to write it down, put the thoughts in the physical realm, and see whenever you need them, you can just look and solve a problem. That's how the brain works. So just bring your actions from your thoughts to your physical realm. Because once you do that, all that there is really left is for you to do the action, for you to put in the work, for you to do the outreach, to make the sales call, to make a video, to build a VSL, whatever it is. And once you understand this whole entire concept, let's go to the next, which is that when you write these actions, make these actions so specific that there is no room for doubt or uncertainty. Make it so specific that the only logical thing is to take action, right? And so let me give you an example. So what I basically do in the morning, and I've written this down in my notebook, is that I will do 30 push-ups after drinking water at 6 a.m. at my floor. So, right? I do that. And when I do that, it's literally manifested in reality. 30 push-ups actually happen after drinking water. It's literally that simple, because I've written it down, and so it's going to happen in reality. And so you can just use this framework, like I will do X task after Y task at time, at location. And you can just make your own actions, right? You can copy me word for word, and I literally have my whole entire morning set word for word. I've like a bunch of action implementations. And by the way, I help guys set these action intentions. I literally do it for them. I make sure that it's in such a way that they're forced to take action, that they end up taking action. Right? Like I do this in my coaching program, and what ends up happening, they literally have no doubt or no uncertainty. I just changed their lives. And I've linked that in the description if you're interested. So yeah. But anyways, literally just write down your actions that you want to do after you wake up, or you come back from college or school or work, or, just before sleep. You can literally write these action implementations down, and it's going to be so straightforward for you to take action that boom, you're just going to start taking action. Now, once you've started following these steps that I've given you word for word, suddenly there will be a lot of clarity in your life. You'll make decisions like a piece of cake, right? Taking action will become a piece of cake for you. You'll stop being lazy, and you'll finally stop being brain dead. You won't mindlessly consume stuff. You'll literally just start doing things. And you'll finally take ambition seriously, right? You'll take actions for your ambition. Your parents, your family, your friends, they look at you differently. You'll wake up, and when you wake up, right, you look yourself in the mirror and you'll smile, because you'll feel proud of yourself. You'll finally feel like, fuck yeah, I'm actually doing shit in my life. I'm actually making progress because I'm taking action. You'll feel so proud of yourself. You'll feel so happy. And you'll finally feel like you're in control of your life. Like you're no longer just lazy and overthinking, or simply just ambitious. Because this will drastically affect your attraction to girls, right? Trust me, you're going to start seeing attraction from girls. You're going to start seeing respect from your family, your friends, and yourself. Others will believe in you because you will believe in yourself. And so I'm always going to be here for you, right? I'm always going to be teaching you how to do this. Like, it is my mission to teach other young men, other such entrepreneurs, to do what I've done, to see this picture of life that I'm seeing. And you've watched the video, right? You've seen the video, you've seen other videos as well. And you know that I'm different because what I'm telling you actually works. Right? The advice, the shit that I give you, it actually works. And no one is telling you this. And so I help teenage entrepreneurs unlock monk-like focus and complete their must-do tasks in 4 hours a day without confusion or, relying on motivation by making it fun and easy. And, it's just no burnout or no shit. They don't have to suffer anything and the process becomes smooth. So if you're interested in that, the link is in the description. If you like the video, make sure you leave a like or subscribe or probably just leave a comment because I really like comments. Comments boost the algorithm and my ego. So yeah. Well, anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. See you.